My name's Georgie Heath. I work at Platinum Pacific Partners. I'm a recruiter across venture capital and impact investing. Venture capital is a type of investment into early stage companies. So they provide investment at the earlier stage compared to other areas of investment. It's higher risk at the earlier stage they invest in. They generally provide capital to disruptive technologies. You can have a big impact in a career in venture capital. Venture capital generally provides capital to new industries and technologies, so you have the capacity to build a whole new industry and create jobs, but also venture capital can provide funding to companies that address societal issues such as climate, healthcare, etc. You get to go out and meet founders and build relationships with really exciting people that are really changing the industries that they work in. And it's really their life work, so you get to really engage at that level. And those companies can go on to transform their industries and create really big companies that can employ people and create jobs. The key players in venture capital are the firms that have been in the market the longest, so they have raised multiple funds and some of their portfolio companies have gone on to be global companies. So those include venture capital firms such as Blackbird and Airtree and SquarePeg, etc. There's a whole range of smaller VC firms that have entered the market more recently, so they have less money in their funds, but they're planning to grow and become bigger over time. And then you have a range of more niche players, and they will do things such as biotech or deep tech or climate tech, so really specific investment mandates. And then, although not strictly venture capital, you then have the CVCs. They are tied to companies, so they will strategically invest in aligned companies. So that would include CVCs at Telstra, Qantas, and some of the banks have them as well. For an entry-level role in VC, the important skills include commerciality, but also a real knowledge of the industry and showing a real passion for it. There's different ways that you can develop that commerciality piece. You can do things, in your own time outside of work, such as create a paper portfolio, consult to startups, be a founder at a startup, or work at a startup, and that will be really important experience to bring in because it can show things like understanding the mindset of founders, which is really valuable in this setting. The other thing that's really important is to show the passion, and that's kind of very closely linked. Obviously, if you've founded a startup, you're passionate about the ecosystem, but you can also, network extensively outside of your day job and create really good relationships through things like that. There's never been a better time to be a woman entering the venture capital space. There's a lot of emphasis in getting more women into venture capital through networks like this and lots of other networks in Australia. There's the opportunity to establish really good relationships with other women in VC that will help your career grow and develop. And finally, although it's not as often referred to, being on the buy side as an investor can be really fantastic as a woman. It lets you run your own diary, really be in charge of your own career and time, and that's really important as your work and life grow.